Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Sibel, the Cheap Hussy, and as promised today, we are going to make vegetable stock from scratch. We're going to do vegetable stock, but you can also do this as chicken stock just by adding leftover chicken bones, if you have like one drumstick or a wing or something left over, or if you got a rotisserie chicken and you've eaten all the chicken off the rotisserie chicken and you just really have the bones with a little bit of meat stuck to the bones, throw them into this, and this is how you can make homemade stock. And homemade stock is really cheap, and I actually think it tastes a bit better than the stuff in the can. Plus you can control things like the salt, and you can control the general ingredients in these stocks. So today we are going to make a vegetable stock, which is a basic stock, and I call it golden stock. And I really didn't have a lot of vegetables to work with as far as vegetables that were getting a little, old. So I actually went and bought this, and you can buy this in most supermarkets. It's soup greens. There we go. Let me see. Can we read that? So it's in the produce section, and it was a pound, weighed out to a pound. It was $3.99, not a horrible price. It is obviously much cheaper if you're using leftover vegetables. It contained 2 onions. It only had 1 celery stalk, which actually didn't look very good. So I pulled this celery out of my fridge because it's fine to use older vegetables with stock, but you really don't want to use vegetables that really are headed for the garbage can, honestly. It also had a parsnip in it. Sometimes they have turnips. There was one that had a turnip in it. I prefer to use parsnips. They have a much milder taste than turnip. Had some carrots, had a leek, and had some dill, and had some Italian flat leaf parsley. And I don't think I got a shot. This is the dill. This is the leek. To it, I am adding crushed garlic, my favorite. Now, you're looking at the onions and you're thinking, did she leave the skin on the onions? Why, yes, I did. Why did I leave the skin on the onions? Well, leaving the skin on the onions when you're making a vegetable stock will provide a nice golden color for the stock. It also will provide a golden color to a chicken stock, which reasonably isn't really that golden in color when it's made. I'm also going to use just some sea salt, some black pepper, and because I'm making a vegetable stock, I had 1 little vegetable bouillon cube left. I decided to add it to this because later on I'm going to make a second video where I'm going to show you how I make a very easy, super easy to make soup out of this stock with a little bit of, there we go, frozen chopped spinach. That chopped spinach is I'm going to use half of that pack. This is what's the size on this? 10-ounce pack. So we're going to use about 5 ounces of this, and we're going to drain it, and we're going to put it into a soup with some cheese ravioli. You can also use cheese tortellini, and we're going to make a really excellent, quick, very cheap soup. In fact, this is the soup I recommend people use when they are doing making a chicken stock from their rotisserie chicken. So as you can hear it, I have water over here that's seriously boiling. In fact, if any of you always want to know what a rolling boil is, that's what a rolling boil looks like. So I'm going to put you guys on pause for 1 minute. I'm going to put this stuff all into the pot, and I'll be right back. Okay, so all of our, sorry about that, I'm covering up the camera. All of our vegetables are now in the pot. I used about a tablespoon of sea salt. I also used, I would say about a half a tablespoon of black pepper. And I turned it down. As you can see, it's just simmering now. And that's all we're going to do. Now we're going to cover this. And if you notice, this is a double pot. So this is a pasta pot. And the reason I like to use this is because I'm not going to reuse these vegetables in the dish. This is really a clear stock. So all I have to do is pull this whole thing out when I'm done. Easy peasy, no mess. I'm going to cook this covered for it's going to take about an hour, maybe longer. And I'm basically just going to let this reduce to half its size. So everybody see where that is there? We're going to have this reduced to about half its size. And I'm actually going to uncover it because I want it to reduce faster. You can do stocks like this in a crock pot covered if you want to do them through the course of a day. You would do them on low and you would get the same result. But this is just like a super easy, basic stock. I am saving our bouillon cube. We're going to put that in later. That's going to go in last. And now we just really are going to play the waiting game. And so I will see you guys in the next video when we're putting together the soup. I will put, well, there's not really a recipe for this, but all you need to know is when you're doing a vegetable stock and you want to get that beautiful color is to add the onions with the onion skins. Make sure there's no mold on the onion skins. You don't want to use the ones that are super papery that are on the outside either. So you want the ones that are closest to the onion. Make sure that there's no mold on them. Take any mold off, throw it away. Take the skin off that's moldy, and then you're just going to use it, and there it is. It's going to add beautiful color to your stock. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one when we're making the soup.